A motivational story about turning obstacles into opportunities. There once was a woman named Ariella, known among her friends as someone who always moved quickly, too quickly. She walked fast, talked fast, made decisions fast, and lived in a constant race against time. Her dream was to build a life of meaning, success, and impact, but she believed she could reach all of it only by never slowing down. Every day, Ariella woke before dawn, rushing through morning routines, rushing to work, rushing through conversations. She hated interruptions, delays, or anything that forced her to pause. In her mind, stillness was wasted time, but life had a different lesson prepared for her. The day of the delay. One morning, Ariella set out early for an important presentation, one she believed could finally push her career to the next level. If it went well, everything could change. But halfway along her usual forest path, she found the way blocked. Right there in the middle of the trail sat a large stone, not huge enough to be impossible, but heavy enough to require effort. Ariella groaned. "Why today of all days?" she muttered. "It's always something getting in my way." She looked around. No one else was on the trail. She could try to go around, but the bushes were thick and full of thorns. She could step over, but it was too high. She considered turning back, but that would take too long. Annoyed, she kicked the stone. Pain shot up her foot. She cursed and sat down on a nearby stump, angry and frustrated. "This always happens to me. I don't have time for obstacles." But as she rubbed her foot, she noticed something strange. The stone had a faint marking, something carved into it. She leaned closer. There, etched onto the rock, were the words, "Until you move me, you will move nowhere." Ariella froze. Who would write this? And why did she feel like it was speaking directly to her? Reluctantly, Ariella placed both hands on the stone and pushed. It didn't budge. She tried again. Nothing. She sighed and tried a different approach, breathing slowly, grounding herself, feeling the earth beneath her feet. It had been years since she had allowed herself to slow down like this. With a calmer mind, she began pushing again, this time with focus rather than frustration. Little by little, the stone began to roll. As she worked, something unexpected happened. She noticed how peaceful the forest was. The rustling leaves, the soft breeze, the distant call of birds. Things she passed every morning without appreciating. For the first time in a long while, Ariella wasn't rushing. She wasn't thinking about the meeting or the time. She was simply present. And with steady effort, the stone finally rolled off the path. When she looked back at the cleared trail, she felt an unexpected sense of accomplishment. Not because she removed an obstacle, but because she did it mindfully. But that was only the beginning. She turned to leave, but noticed something glimmering where the stone had been. Curious, she knelt and brushed away the dirt, revealing a tiny wooden box. Inside the box was a small scroll. She unrolled it. It read, "Every obstacle hides a gift, but you must be willing to look deeper." Suddenly, she felt humbled. Had she rushed past this stone, she never would have found this message. Was every delay in her life like this? Something she hated, but something meant to teach her? She pocketed the scroll and continued down the trail, but the world felt different. She wasn't racing anymore. She was observing, and for the first time, she wasn't just trying to reach her destination. She was learning from the journey. As she neared the village, an elderly gardener waved at her. She had seen him many times before, but never stopped. Today, she felt something urging her to pause. "You look calmer than usual," he chuckled. Ariella smiled. "It's been a strange morning." The gardener nodded knowingly. "The path teaches us if we listen." She sat beside him and told him about the stone, the carving, the box, the scroll. The old man listened with gentle eyes. When she finished, he said something she would never forget. "You think obstacles delay your life, but obstacles shape your life." He pointed to the garden around him. "See these flowers? If the soil were too soft, their roots would be weak. It is the resistance of the earth that gives them strength." Ariella looked around. Everything made sense. She thanked him and continued on her way, carrying his words with her. For the first time, she was grateful for the delay. By the time she reached the town square, she was much later than she expected. She hurried to the meeting location, only to find a small crowd outside the building. Someone called out, Meeting's been postponed. Technical issues. Ariella blinked, all that rushing, and the meeting hadn't even begun. Relief washed over her. But more importantly, she realized something. The stone wasn't an obstacle. It was a blessing. Without it, she would have arrived early, but stressed, frantic, and unfocused. With it, she arrived relaxed, centered, and stronger than before. She touched the small scroll in her pocket and smiled. Maybe life wasn't sabotaging her after all. Maybe it was guiding her. That night, Ariella walked the same forest path again. The moonlight shone softly on the trail. Where the stone had been, the path was clear, yet she felt its presence in her heart. She whispered into the quiet night, "Thank you." From that day forward, whenever Ariella encountered delays, setbacks, or barriers, she no longer cursed them. She approached them with curiosity. She asked, "What is this trying to teach me? What gift is hidden inside this challenge? How can this make me stronger, wiser, or more patient?" And slowly, her life transformed. She became calmer, smarter, more resilient, more grateful. People began asking, "What changed about you?" Ariella simply smiled and said, "I stopped running from obstacles, and I started learning from them." The moral of the story: obstacles are not interruptions to your journey. They are your journey. Every delay has a lesson. Every setback has a gift. Every stone on your path is placed there for a reason. If you slow down, if you look deeper, if you push with patience, you will always discover the treasure hidden beneath.